Are habits good or bad?
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.
We've created free access to you to over 503 Life's Inside Track episodes where we share insider.
Nice.
They're pretty insider tips, making house home, insights that really help you make the best out of your life, both at home and at work. And so that's why you get access to them from home office or on the go. So, answer to your question. Ask me the question again.
Are habits good or are they bad?
Well, my answer A, is are they serving you or are they harming you?
Or what are they good for? What's the payoff?
So what we're going to learn in this episode is how to make habits that don't use excess time and can serve you even better.
Right.
And sometimes it is just answering the question, what's it good for? Because what I've learned, and maybe you've learned this too, you wouldn't repeat a habit, even if it's something I might call bad, like being late, if there wasn't some benefit that you were getting, because you're not going to do for yourself what has no good return for you. If it doesn't serve you at all, you're not doing it.
Right.
We're smart people.
Right. So if I'm going to eat a candy bar.
Why don't we stay on the late thing?
We could stay on the late thing.
That would be
because I'm not
easier.
late anymore. I used to be late.
Right. And
what was my payoff when I was late?
What was your payoff?
Adrenaline. I would be a stress junkie. Really, like how fast can I get there? I'd leave either at the last moment that I'd make it on time, and then something would, traffic would get there and then I'd get around the person in front of me that's going the speed limit. Can you believe it? What are they doing going the speed limits?
I think it's called the law. And so the payoff for you was you got a high, really, and you also got to have a little game. You used to play a game with yourself. How quick can I get there? Mm-hmm. And you would even compete with me around, well, it takes you 20 minutes. I can do it in 15.
I like that voice.
Right.
That's not patronizing at all.
Not at all. But it was quite the game.
Yeah.
And he pretty much always won that game. And so even winning the game was your payoff.
By the way, is it patronizing or patronizing? The potato or potato?
Exactly.
I don't know. Is that
tomato
or
tomato?
Is that
same
the same
thing.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's the same
Either
thing.
way it was?
Yes, either way it was. All right. So really looking at your habits from the perspective of what's it good for? And that revolutionized how we saw the habit. And if the thing if it was good for wasn't good enough as a different one, then we would start to shift them.
Right. So like I used to be a procrastinator.
Yes.
And when I say used to, it might have been 30 seconds ago.
Might have been.
Actually, I'm a little better.
In the past, you were?
In the past, because I used to write our content for our shows, the morning of the show. I would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and write. That's procrastination. Because there's now a deadline, there's a stress, there's adrenaline. I work well under pressure. It's not necessarily good for me.
No, it elevates blood pressure. So there are some things it's not good for. And yet, what was it good for? A fight. It was good for a fight. Heated fellowship always ensued.
Between you and I, yes. Yeah. I don't know. I think I like the freshness of it in my mind when I would write the content the morning of going to record. Mm-hmm. And I got to delay something that maybe was going to take some creativity. It was like forced creativity because now I had 0 time left.
Right. And so the creativity showed up. Yeah. So it's kind of fun in a way, another game. Do you believe it? The boy or the man, I shouldn't call him a boy. That's so derogatory.
I'm still a boy really at heart. I don't know what I'm going to do when I grow up.
I don't know either. So Ken would find it exhilarating almost to see how, because it also made you write them quicker. you invest way more time into them now than you did when you would do them last minute.
And hopefully you as the listener are appreciating them more. Maybe they're better shows.
I'm hoping they are. They certainly, you have way less stress level in my being from your spouse. So taking longer to do something, I believe was good for creating a better episode, was better for our marriage.
Happy spouse, happy house.
Exactly. And we know we want you to have a happy house, and we want one too. And so you can find the servability on either side. And so what you really are asking yourself, this is my favorite sort of way to analyze it, is what has heavier weight? What is weightier? Is it better that I get the adrenaline rush and I get to win a game, right, against my spouse because I can do it as quickly as I need to and I can expedite it and all that sort of stuff? Or is it better there's calm and ease and flow and a better production day and more joy and peace and just a better outcome? Which one of those is a weightier decision? Which one makes you know that you're making the best choice rather than a great choice? Because it may be a great choice to win the game.
Right. And one of the other things that maybe I was getting a payoff is when we would play cards or watch a movie, I would love to eat.
Well, me
whether
too.
It's popcorn, chips, pretzels, nachos, candy. It doesn't matter. It was like the eating was attached to the habit of eating those types of foods was attached to watching a show or playing cards with family.
Right. Because we've been doing that since we were a kid.
Yeah. So it brings back those warm feelings, those memories. It's like comfort. And
that was the payoff.
Yeah, that was the payoff. But the result was my weight was creeping up. And my
you were
sluggish. I was sluggish.
Sluggish.
Ooh, sluggish.
Sluggish.
I don't know. Have I ever been sluggish?
Yes.
Yeah. And so the result was not what I wanted.
Right.
So then that payoff, when the result you don't want becomes larger than the payoff you're getting, then you're going to maybe switch a habit. And one of the things I did starting at the beginning of the year was I journaled every piece of food I'd put in my mouth.
Right.
Tracked it. What did I drink? Did it have sugar in it? Was it just water? Did I eat? And what I found was most of the times I was eating healthy for most of the day. And then evening I fell off the rails. And part of it is environment. Having too much of the stuff left after Christmas in the house. Right? Right? Would you say?
Yes, I would say. I would agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with you almost all the time.
Oh, no way.
Moving forward. That's a new habit for me.
That's a new habit?
Because the payoff
I like that habit.
is worth it. No. So it's really, we're asking you to create a list. Like start to think about for yourself.
Yeah, that's the challenge.
Right?
Create a list of all your routines and habits that you have. Write them down. And then beside them, write them what the payoff is that you're getting.
Because there's always a benefit. Like you can't have a habit that doesn't give you a benefit. And then you get to decide, is it worth it? Or is there, if I replace the habit with a different habit, do I get a benefit or a payoff I prefer? And so we're grateful and privileged to be able to come alongside you on your wisdom, wealth, and worth journey.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker